Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katy. Today we're going to talk about banishing stress. It's very important to deal with stress in your life because stress leads to 6 causes of death, and that is heart disease, cancer, lung ailments, accidents, cirrhosis of the liver, and suicide. So our body is an amazing thing. It responds to dangerous situations with a fear of fight response. So if you're in a car accident, your body sends out hormones through your body, and that increases your breathing and increases your heart rate. So you're much more able to deal with a situation where you're in terrible crisis, and it increases your chances of survival. So when that stress time is over, then your body goes back to digest and rest. But unfortunately, in many people's lives, the body does not return to the digest and rest stage. So they're in a state of stress continually. So much so, stress has become the #1 serious disease of the 21st century. Now, stress leads to all sorts of excessive behaviour. Now, it might cause you to eat more sweets and sugary food. It might also cause you to increase your food portions, increase your alcohol consumption, and increase your smoking, perhaps excessive TV watching, excessive irritability, and excessive tiredness. So it's important to watch for this excessive behaviour because it's self-destructive behaviour. And the more stress there is in your life, the more self-destructive behaviour there is. So stress is important to deal with. Now today, briefly, I'm going to talk to you about this bottle of water. Now, if you have a bottle of water and you hold it in your hand just for a few minutes, there's no problem. If you hold it in your hand for an hour, your arm starts to get tired. If you hold this bottle of water for a whole day, your arm gets numb and you feel paralysed. Stress is the same. If you hold stress for a little bit, it's okay. If you hold on to stress for longer, you start getting tired. If you hold stress for the whole day, you become numb and paralysed. So remember, you need to put this down and get rid of your stress, particularly by the afternoon and especially by the evening. So let's focus on banishing our stress today. So come and join me in a lying down position. Now make sure your shoulder blades are downwards. Very important to bring the shoulders right away from the ears because we do store stress in our neck and our shoulders. So we need to keep them down throughout our yoga today. So be very mindful of that. And just bring your hands so the left hand is on the heart center, right on the belly. And then I want you to lift your head up, tuck the chin in, just a little chin nod, place your head down. And just relax your feet outwards. Now I want you to focus on your breathing. Where is your breathing today? Is it in the top part of your lungs? Take a few breaths and find out. So if you are breathing at the top of your lungs, the very top into the chest, you need to release that. That's probably related to stress. So you need to start to breathe down to the rib cage, and if you can, a little bit lower into the belly. So you're breathing into the hand that's on your belly and expanding it out like a ball, and then breathe out. So several of these breaths will help to calm you down and relax your body a little more. So if you are feeling tight in your muscles, continue to breathe into your belly for a few more times. When you breathe in, count to 3. When you breathe out, count to 3. This will help you to slow your breath down, and that will help you to relax a little bit more and calm your body. This is our first step to banishing stress. Now let's bring our arms by our sides now. We're going to breathe in, point the toes away, reach the arms over the head, Just keep those shoulders away from the ear. Reach the arms. So draw the inside of the shoulders down, and you'll find where your arms are, it will reach up a little bit. That's okay, as long as the neck is comfortable. Breathe out, toes towards you, hands by sides. Breathe in, arms overhead, lifting up your mid-back, expanding your rib cage, and breathe out, lower the hands back down. Breathe in, arms overhead. Do try and get your fingernails to touch the floor, even if your arms have to go a little bit wider. And then breathe out, bring your hands back to your sides. Now we're going to do some Buddha breathing. So let's bring the hands to the chest and the feet to a butterfly pose. So let's just have the heels together and the toes apart. So we're going to breathe in, bring the arms over the head, slide the legs away so the legs are straight and the toes, the feet are in a V. Breathe out, bring the hands back to chest, the feet back to hips. Breathe in, nice big breath, and breathe out, slide the feet back in. And one more time, breathe in, nice big stretch, and breathe out, slide the feet back in. If you can, join me in level 2 by lifting your feet up. So your toes are still wide. So we're going to breathe in, lift the legs up, and breathe out. Hands back to chest, heels to hips. Let's do that again. Breathe in, and breathe out. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in, and breathe out. Now for those who are quite strong around the tummy, try this one where your legs go 45 degrees. Level 3. Breathe in and breathe out. That's it, beautiful. Breathe in, extend the legs, and breathe out, hands to chest. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's bring those knees together now and give them a nice big hug. Just rock from side to side 2 or 3 times. Now we're going to get some eagle legs. Now wrapping your right leg around your left. Bring the foot next to the calf, or wrap your toes around. Now these exercises are good for not only building your strength around your waist, but also helping you to de-stress by tensing your muscles and relaxing them. So hands behind the head. Let's breathe in, breathe out, lift the torso and the head. Drop the shoulders down, try to bring your knees to your nose. Breathe in, take a lie down. Breathe out, knee to nose. Keep your elbows wide. Do not bring your elbows close in. Your shoulders will lift up. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Breathe in to lower. Let's change the cross of those legs over, so eagle legs the other way. Breathe in, breathe out, knee to nose. See how wide my elbows are? My shoulders are dropped down. So please try to do that to get rid of the stress from your neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Lift. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful work. Okay, let's bring those knees together and we're going to lower them down to one side. Keep the shoulder blades on the floor and hands behind the head. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Lift up, look at your knees, hips, have a look at the body alignment. Breathe in, lower yourself down, breathe out and lift. Remember, shoulders stay down, chin to chest. And we're going to do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Okay, let's lower ourselves down to the floor again. Lift the knees to the ceiling and lower them to the other side. Shoulder blades on the floor. It's okay if your knees don't fully stack. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. Have a look at how your hips are going. Breathe in, lower yourself down, breathe out and lift. Keep those shoulders down, elbows wide. One more time, breathe in to go down, breathe out, lifting up, breathe in to come down, and let's bring our feet to the end position. This time the arms are going by the sides. Draw the shoulder blades down and inwards at the bottom, so we need to make sure the shoulders are far away from the ears. Okay, beautiful. So we've got a ramp, so heels in line with hips. Can be a little tricky judging that, but make sure your knees and hips are lined up. Let's breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy, draw the navel towards the spine, flatten the lower back to the floor. See if you can actually get it on the floor. Then squeezing in the bottom part of the buttocks, peel your vertebrae off the floor. Okay, lovely. Adjust your head. Now draw your shoulders down. Try and walk your fingers towards your heels.
So your shoulders are right away from your ears. And let's squeeze the buttocks, lift the hips a bit higher. That's it, breathe into the belly. Now, if you can, join me in a neck bridge. So the palms are together, link your fingers, roll up onto your shoulders, and keep reaching your fingers down to your toes. So the shoulders are right away from the ears, chin is towards the chest. You've got length in the back of your neck, and your little fingers touch the floor. Lift the hips a bit higher. Breathe into the belly and around the ribs. So that nice deep breathing right down to the bottom of your lungs will help you get rid of stress. Okay, beautiful. Release the hands, palms on the floor. Breathe into the belly and the rib cage. Breathe out, roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Let's take time to stretch our lower back out, particularly the lower back, but also the whole back. Tighten the tummy, round the back out. Lengthen and flatten if your back is a little bit tight. Then bring your knees to your chest. Give them a nice big hug. Lift the hips and lower them down. Let's draw 3 circles with the knees. Breathing in and breathing out. Just work with your breath. Focus on your breath. Now change the direction of your circle. Try and bring your mind into focusing on your body. Don't let your thoughts or concerns or your stress take your mind off what you're doing. Keep focused. Okay, so we're going to lift those legs up to the ceiling, hands behind the legs. You can hold on to them if you want to. If you're quite confident holding your legs up with the strength of your tummy, continue to do so. Okay, we're going to try a level 2, which is lifting the hips up, bring the feet over the head. So you might be able to tap down in plough pose or just parallel to the floor with legs is perfectly okay. Roll yourself down and lower your legs down to 45 degrees at the most. So tighten your tummy, your feet can go into a V, and then lift those legs up again. Bring the legs over the head just as far as you're comfortable, and each time you might be able to do just a little bit more. Let's do that again. So a nice smooth movement. Try to get your muscles to work very smoothly up and down. If you can't do this whole movement, just do whatever you can manage. Now I'm going to do that one more time. And then bend the knees, place the hands behind the knees, lift the head up, relax the shoulders down. Remember, we're really focusing on banishing that stress. Shoulders down, chin to chest, tummy flat, and we're going to do some spinal rolls. If you don't wish to do them, just come to a seated position and we'll join you in a moment. So we're breathing in, make sure the back is really round, chin to chest, stay in that little ball the whole way forwards and the whole way back. So we can really work into the back muscles and give them a good stretch. Don't let the head touch the floor. There's a lot to think about. That's it, lovely. And we're going to pause there. Now I'm going to turn around and face you. All right, feeling a little bit better already? Good. Now we have a few options with our legs. You can place your right foot to your thigh. That's our first level. Second one is you can line your knees up, bring your foot behind, make sure you lift your hips up and sit down nice and evenly on your sit bones and bring your toes forward. Our level 3 legs are swing your leg around, but make sure you have no discomfort on the inside of your knees or anywhere else in your joints. And let's take a seat as much as you can on your sit bones, and we're going to find our eagle arms. Let's reach the arms forward. Now, if you're lifting your shoulders up, I want you to drop them down straight away so we can get rid of the stress around your neck and shoulders. Let's take the left arm, wrap it around the right. You may just be able to reach your shoulders for our level 1 arms, level 2 arms, backs of hands together, level 3 arms, palms together. Shoulders down. So make sure you check into your shoulders. Again, always checking for stress, and that's usually around the neck and shoulders. So draw them downwards. Lift your chest up. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, lift the elbows. Now, The inside of your shoulders stay down, the outside might lift up a little bit. Just the inside where your shoulders lifts up, but right next to your neck is nice and flat and down. And that way you can get a stretch around your shoulder blades at the back of your body. Okay, lower the elbows down as we breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Big breath in and breathe out. Let's do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. We're going to unwrap those arms now and unwrap the legs. Let's bring them into a cross-leg position, so your right leg should remain in front of your left. I'm going to lift the arms up, reach up to the sky, shoulders are down, so the inside is down, the outside is lifted. So this is what it looks like when you're lifting up your shoulders. So you can't get a straight back like this, and you're holding far too much tension and stress in your neck and shoulders, so you're going to draw them down, lift the chest up, and all of a sudden your posture looks fabulous. Okay, so let's breathe in and breathe out, hands down. So if you can only manage here, just stay here. If you can bend a little bit forward, then you can place your elbows down, chin to chest, let the head drop down. Breathe into your belly and your lower back, keeping the breath nice and low in your lungs, and that makes your breath a little bit slower and gives your body time to get more oxygen out of your breath, and that makes your body function better. If you breathe too quickly, you'll find that you won't get as much oxygen in your blood and you'll get into your fear-flight mode. So you do need to breathe nice and deep. So let's lift up. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to try a little exercise where you're going to have to exert yourself. Now exertion is good if you hold stress. So the good way to banish stress is let's exert ourselves a little bit. So turn your hands into fists, place them by your hips, pull your tummy in, lean forward just a little, lift your hips up. So you've got to drop your shoulders right down and then lift one foot. If you can, lift the other foot and then lower them down. Take a seat. We don't need to hold them for very long. All right, let's try the other side. So the right leg goes forward, the left foot to thigh, sitting up nice and tall. That's it, nice and soft around the neck and shoulders. Okay, beautiful. So level 1 legs, level 2, and level 3 is your alert pose. So make sure you're sitting nice and evenly on those sit bones. Tummy in, chest lifted. All right, let's reach the arms forward. So when you reach your arms forward, make sure they're lower than your shoulders. When you lift them up, your shoulders tend to come up. So you want to have them a little lower than the shoulders so we can keep the shoulders comfy and keep the tension away. Tummy tightened, chest lifted, and let's take the right arm, wrap it around the left. Again, hand position, level 1 on shoulders. Level 2, backs of hands together. Level 3, palms together. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to breathe in, lift the elbows. Remember, inside of shoulders stay downwards. And breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. And breathe out to lower. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in to lift. Really concentrate on getting the stretch around your shoulder blades. And then lower your elbows down. That's it, beautiful. Let's unwrap those arms. Bring your legs into cross-leg position with the left leg in front this time. Now we're going to do a side bend. So breathe in, lift your arms up. Now if you're reaching up through your shoulders, draw them downwards, chest lifts, and chin is parallel to the floor, tummy is in. Breathe in, breathe out, bend to the side. Now stay here, but lower your hand down, your right hand down. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the hand up, tap the fingers. Breathe in, lower the hand down. Breathe out and lift up, tap. Breathe in, lower your arm down. Breathe out, lift, tap the fingers, and we've got 2 to go. Breathe in and breathe out. Stretch into that left side of the body. Keep the hips as even as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, bend to the other side. Breathe in, hand taps down, breathe out, hand lifts. Stretch through the right side of your body. Breathe in and breathe out, lift. Breathe in and breathe out. We've got 2 to go. How are we feeling? You're feeling fine? Good, keep strong. 1 more, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in. Let's float the hands down, turn them into fists. Press them down next to your hips, tighten the tummy, lean forward, lift those hips. Lift the front leg, then the back leg. That's it, lovely. Lower them down, doesn't have to be for a long time. And we're going to roll forward onto our knees, or you can just swing your legs out to the side. Now we're going to do a camel. So let's lift up onto our knees. Just have your knees under your hips so they'll be slightly inwards. Just your sit bones are a little bit narrower than your actual hips. Okay, so let's lift up the rib cage. Shoulders drop downwards. So remember, we're banishing stress, so shoulders need to go down all the time. You need to think about it constantly. Tummy in, little squeeze in the bottom part of the buttocks, push your hips forward. So you should actually feel tightening in the bottom of the butt as your hips go forward. Turn your hands into fists and place them just above your lower back. Now you need to bring your elbows behind you to stretch across the chest. Now remember that shoulders like to roll forward if you're tense. So you want to roll them back and open the chest. Fists in the back. So draw the shoulders down again. Check into the shoulders. Spend a little bit of time getting your posture right and you'll get so much more out of this exercise. Okay, so let's squeeze the buttocks, lengthen through the spine. Try and keep out of the lower back. Breathe into the belly. If you can, you're going to lift your right hand up. Keep your left fist in your back. For those who are able, you can tuck your toes under or just keep your feet flat and reach your other hand down to your ankle. So try not to be sideways. Okay, this is not a good position. This is a good position. So shoulders nice and even. You're leaning back, hand is touching your ankle. Breathe into the belly and the front of the body, and you can choose your head position. Look forward, gaze up, lower the head back, but not too far. You don't want to lose control of that neck. Change sides, so you can scissor your arms. One goes down, one goes up. Otherwise, keep the hand in the fist. If you're getting this big lean to the side, just put your fist in your back. 3 big breaths into the belly. Okay, let's lower the hands down. And we're going to dive those hands down by our sides, taking a rest in child's pose. Relax the shoulders, shoulder blades down towards the floor, so nice and soft around the back and around the neck. Pull the tummy up, sit on your heels. So it's okay to have your knees quite close together. Just in line with your hips is perfect, and that will give your back a nice stretch. Okay, let's place the hands under the shoulders, lifting up. Now for those of you who can sit like this, you're going to join me in a moment. But I'm going to show you the option first. Lift up onto your knees if you do find it uncomfortable sitting on your heels. You're going to do the next 2 exercises in this position. Let's bring our hands to our chest in prayer. You can all do that together. And this one we're going to push the hips to one side. Now you don't need to sit down if you're in this very high position. Okay, for those who are going to join me in level 2, you're going to sit on your heels and you're going to breathe in and then breathe out, sit down. If you can't sit down and lift up, just go part the way down. But if you can join me in lifting up and sitting down. Now remember, we're not lifting shoulders up to ears. We're just moving in our waist. We're getting the waist to do the work. So it's a little bit challenging, but very good for the waist. Let's do it one more time, and that's it. Now, if you're at level 1, position with your hips, you're up here, and we're going to twist. You can join me with any further levels if you want to. So otherwise, sit on your heels, shoulders down, chest lifted, and we're going to breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy, rotate around with your rib cage. Do not let your shoulders lift. Now, if you want to try level 2, you're going to lean towards the floor with your elbow. You can rest it between your knees, or if you can, try a little bit higher level by bringing that left elbow outside the right knee. So it's quite a strong twist. Okay, let's lift up, breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy, rotate through the rib cage, focus on keeping those shoulders right down away from the ears, then lean sideways. Elbow can rest between the knees. Otherwise, elbow outside the knee and bring your hands to the center of your chest. Nice tight tummy, shoulders down away from ears. Let's breathe. And then release. Now we've got a bird pose, so place your hands on the floor, tuck your toes under, come into a squat position just on your toes. With your bird pose, you're going to bring your hands into a diagonal. So if they're forwards, rotate them, place the hands on the floor so the elbows are nice and wide. Put the elbows on the knees. Now you can just rest your knees on your elbows. If you want to lift one foot, try it. See how your balance is and check into your wrists. Lift the other foot up. If you can do the full bird pose, you're going to lift both feet up. Tighten the tummy. Okay, you only need to stay here about 10 seconds. That's quite enough. And then lower your feet down again. We're going to pick our hips up, forward bend. Point your toes forward. So heels are under your hips, hold your elbows. You can give your wrists a little bit of a rotation before you hold your elbows if you want to. So that will loosen up any tightness in the wrists from the bird pose. Now tighten your tummy, lift your hips a little bit more and let your upper body hang down quite loosely. Chin to chest to get the back of the neck stretched. And let's move our elbows and torso from side to side. And this way we get a stretch down each side of the back and we get into the lower back. Okay, let's place hands on shins, breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy, slide the hands up the legs, and let's lift shoulders to ears, roll them back and draw them downwards. Give yourselves a shake. All right, now we're going to do a sun salute with modifications. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me quite easily. Okay, lifting up our chest, lifting up from the crown of the head. Try to lengthen through your spine so your ribs should lift up a little bit away from the hips, which draws the tummy in, firms up the tops of the thighs, and a little squeeze in the bottom part of the buttocks. Have a look at your feet. So are they together with just a little bit apart so the bones don't touch, and spreading the toes out. So chest is lifted, lift the shoulders up, roll them back, draw them downwards, and just a little squeeze at the bottom part of the shoulder blades towards each other. Chin slightly tucked in, and make sure it's parallel to the floor. That's it, lovely. Stretch your fingers out, not too much, and then reach them down towards the floor. Now, can you feel your shoulders drawing away from your ears? This is a wonderful way to banish your stress and release your shoulders and your neck tension. Now, let's pause here for a few breaths. You can close your eyes. Now, we're going to focus on our balance. So we're going to move our body weight forward, hold on to your toes, and we're going to move in a circle. So now let's move over to the right, so the outside edge of your foot and the inside edge of the opposite foot are pressing a little bit more down.
And then move your weight to your heels, so your thighs need to tighten to keep you upright. Then move to the other side. So now we're on the outer edges of our feet and the inside of our foot. And then forward, grip on with your toes. We're going to do that one more time around the opposite direction. So to the side. And then back, tighten up those thighs. Push into the heels and to the other side. Pause a little bit there. Quite challenging. And then forward, hold on with your toes. Then bring your weight back to the center again. Let's do our sun salute. Deep breath in, sun salute. Reach up to the sky, stretch the front of your body, but keep the insides of your shoulders down as your arms reach up. Breathe out, forward fold. Chest to thighs, chin to chest, so you're really relaxing down, flat back. Breathe in, hands on shins or toes or just in front of your feet. And forward fold. Now we're going to lift one leg up. So we're going to take the right leg. So line your fingers up with your toes or bring your hands forward, a footprint forward for balance. So lifting up your right leg just as high as you can. Some people can get their leg to the ceiling, so please feel free to do that if you can. Otherwise, just lift your leg up as high as you're able. Looking at your knee or past your foot to the back of the room. You can hold your ankle with the same hand or perhaps with two hands if you're feeling very steady today. And now we're going to sweep that leg forward. You can tap the foot down if you want to. We're coming into eagle leg, so wrap that leg around the other. So your level 1 position is foot next to calf, level 2, foot wrapped around. You can also pop your foot on the floor if you're wobbly today. Reach your arms forward. Check the shoulders. We've got to make sure they're down. Chest is lifted. And wrap your left arm around your right. And then pick your arm position that you chose before. Shoulders down, chest lifted. We're going to breathe in, lift the elbows up. And breathe out, lower them down. And again, breathe in and lift. And breathe out to lower. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and lift. And breathe out to lower. Unwrap the arms. Unwrap the legs. Place your hands down. Step into down dog. Okay, beautiful. So just moving a little bit in your down dog, just side to side until you get the weight nice and even through your feet and your hands. And then we're going to walk our heels up and down as we stretch ankles and work into the ankles and calves of our feet. And then lower the heels towards the floor. Slide your shoulders towards your hips so they're right away from the ears. Pull the tummy up, chest towards the thigh. So you're not working around your neck and shoulders. We need to get rid of that stress. So you need to really work it, shoulders downwards. Nice even breaths. Big breaths into the rib cage. Come into plank. Rock your body forward so your shoulders line up with your wrists. Spread your fingers out. Now we're going to continue to slide the shoulders towards the hips. Tighten the tummy. A little squeeze in the bottom part of the buttocks. Look in front of your fingertips. And let's breathe. 3 big breaths. If you need to have your knees on the floor, please put them down. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Plank to the floor. Breathe in, cobra. Coming to child's pose, toes together, knees wide this time. Extend the arms, forehead down. Now I want you to check that the inside of your shoulders is away from your ears. So slide the shoulders towards the hips. So shoulder blades should feel like they're drawing downwards and just a little bit inwards at the bottom. And your arms should feel quite light and easy to hold up. If not, put your elbows down. Pull your tummy up, try to sit on your heels a little bit more. Breathe into your back, right from the lower back, into the mid back. Stretch it out as much as you can with your breath. Now we're going to do a spitting cobra. If you don't wish to do it, do a cat and a high cobra.
All right, lower your elbows down if you're joining me for spinning cobra. Bring your chin very close to the floor. Lift your elbows up when your chin is in line with your thumbs and continue forward. Lift up, high cobra. Shoulders draw down away from ears, spine lengthens. Tuck toes under and lift the hips up into down dog. Just adjust your feet so they're hip width apart. And from here, we're going into a crouch. So bend your knees and walk your hands back towards your feet. All right, a little bit of a challenge today. So this is all about, tightening your body up, releasing it, challenging yourself so we can refocus that stress into some useful activity. All right, so we're going to take 1 foot forward. Now, I'll give you the option 1 for those who can't manage this. You're going to sit down and just bring 1 foot nice and close to your hip and then bend forward. And you'll be joining us. You'll be pretty close in what we're doing. Okay, otherwise, if you're going to do level 2 with me, so it's quite a bit challenging, and then extend your leg forward. Now you're going to sit on your heel. So the heel is between the buttocks. Now, if you're wobbly, keep your hands on the floor. If you can, bring your hands to chest with me. Shoulders are down, chest lifted, tummy draws in. Now we're going to lean forward a little bit as we drop our hips back. And then lift your foot up. And then lower your hands down. And then we're going to lean forward, put the knee on the floor, flatten the toes down and sit on the heel again, toes forward. So now we're going to bend forward. Keep your hands on the floor if you're wobbly. Otherwise, hold your foot with your hands, but keep your shoulders down, tummy in. Let your head go towards your knee. Breathe into your back, down to the belly. So you need to have those long breaths. Okay, walk your hands back to your mid-fist, mid-thigh, turn them into a fist. Lift up, I'm moving back a little, and lift your toes up. Place your hands on your hips. All right, so we're going to breathe in, breathe out, tummy in, lengthen through the spine. You may want to put your hands on the floor or reach your arms forward and hold your foot. So whatever your balance allows you to do. Okay, so now we're going to place our hands down and bring our front foot back onto the knee. Tuck the toes under, come into a squat. So if squats don't suit you, your level 1 position is coming into a butterfly pose. If you're joining me in level 2, you're in a squat and you're lifting your spine up tall, tummy in, shoulders are down. Press your knees outwards if you can. So this gives you a bigger hip stretch. Okay, bring your hands forwards and step back into a down dog. Now we're going to crouch and step 1 foot, then the other foot next to the hands. Now make sure your feet are nice and close together. Tighten the tummy, shoulders head towards hips. Bring your arms into a T position, our aeroplane wings. And then we're going to look forward, lift up, reach the arms up into sun salute. Breathe out, hands down to sides and back to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that again, sun salute. And swan dive, forward fold, chest thighs, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. This time we're lifting our left leg up into a one-legged handstand. Hold your ankle with one hand or with 2 hands if your balance is good. This is a little bit more of an advanced pose, so no need to do it unless you feel quite confident
that your balance is good enough. And from here we're going to bring our back knee forwards, lift up, wrap that leg around the other, bring the arms forward, ready for eagle pose. Right arm wraps around the left, bring the palms together, or choose whichever position you did before. Shoulders downwards, tummy tight, breathe in, lift the elbows. Big breath into the back, breathe out, lower the elbows down, breathe in, lift the elbows. Nice big breath in and breathe out to lower. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, lift, and breathe out to lower. We're going to unwrap that leg, step it back, place your hands down, down dog. Now shoulders towards hips, tighten the tummy. Remember, we're trying to get rid of stress, so we need to get the shoulders right away from the ears. Then breathe in, forward to plank. Breathe out, plank to floor or knees and chest down. Breathe in, cobra, high cobra. Draw the shoulders down, lengthen through the spine. Big breath in the tummy and breathe out. Coming to extended child's pose, arms lengthened in front. Slide shoulders to hips, tighten the tummy. Breathe into your back and your belly. Now, join me in a spitting cobra or choose your own option. Elbows to floor, slide forward. Lift up. Tuck your toes under, come into down dog. And move your feet in line with hips. All right, we're going to bend those knees and walk the hands back towards your feet. Remember that level 1 you chose last time, go with that, or join me in level 2, extending your left foot forward. Sit on your right heel, put it between your buttocks, tighten your tummy. If your balance is good, hands to chest in prayer. Tighten the tummy, lean forward, lift your heel up. So you don't have to hold it up for a long time, but just have a try. Hands down to floor, place your knee down, lean forward to untuck your toes, and let's take a seat. Extend the leg forward, sit on the heel, needs to be between the buttocks. Pull the tummy in and let's bend forward. Now slide your hands to mid-thigh, turn them into fists, lift up, and we're coming into head to knee pose. So hands on hips, pull the tummy in, lean forward. You can stay here, or place your hands down on the mat, or perhaps even hold your foot with your hands. So place your hands back down, slide your front foot back to a kneeling position, tuck the toes under, come into your squat. Try to lift your spine up lovely and tall, press your knees outwards. Take 3 breaths here. Place your hands down, lift your hips up, come into down dog. And then let's squat, look between our thumbs. Step the left foot, then the right foot forward. Forward fold. Then bring your arms out to the sides. Start to lengthen through the legs. Shoulders towards the hips, tummy lifts. Aeroplane wings, and then lifting up, reach up to the sky. And breathe out, hands to sides and back to chest in prayer. Deep breath in and out. All right, now we're going to do some more standing strength.
So just bring your arms to your sides, just in your mountain pose, and draw your spine up tall. Let's breathe in, sun salute, reaching up. Breathe out, forward fold, and you're going to step your right foot back, lower the heel down. Ankle and knee line up, sweep the arms back, lift up. We've got a warrior one here. So roll your shoulders back and down. Remember those shoulders are downwards to get rid of that stress. Release any tension, work the back muscles. 3 breaths into the belly. Now we're going to swing those arms back. Rest the left shoulder on the left knee. Lift the arms up at the back. We're going to rest the hands on the lower back and look at our back foot. If you want to try level 2, you're going to link your fingers and press the palms together, then lift the arms up to the ceiling. Breathe around your belly. This is our humble warrior. If you want to work a little more strongly, shoulder inside the knee. And then rest your shoulder back on your knee. Lower your hands to your spine. Step your back foot next to your front foot. And lift your arms up. Chair pose, wide prayer. Breathe in, reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out, hands to chest. How did you go? Let's do that again to the other side. Breathe in, sun salute. Reach up. And swan dive, forward fold. This time we're reaching our left foot back, lower the heel down, make sure the heels are lined up and the front ankle and knee are all in one line. Sweep the arms back, lift up. Warrior one. Shoulders roll back and down and chest lifts. Breathe down to the belly. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Lower your left hand down. This time we're going to circle it, pivot around so our feet are parallel. We've got a wide leg stance to stretch our hips. Now lift your chest up, drop your shoulders down and draw your arms back a little to open your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Now come down halfway. Flat back, so we need the shoulders drawn towards the hips and hugging a little bit at the bottom of the shoulder blades. Knees slightly soft as we bring the body weight forward in the feet to the middle and the front of the foot. Now we're going to rotate our arms. So our left fingers go up to the ceiling and the right fingers head to the floor. So we're looking towards the left. You can stay here or bring your hand close to your left foot or hold on to the left ankle and pause here. Now the body weight should be in the middle to the front of the foot. You can rest your head on your arm if you wish to. You can gaze at your thumb or look sideways. Breathe into your back. Keep the knees a little bit soft. Now we're going to change positions. So lift up a bit higher so now your right hand is on the floor. We're going to rotate around. So now the left fingers are on the floor, the right fingers are up at the ceiling. And if you can, we're going to bring those fingers near the right toes or hold that right ankle for a twist in the opposite direction. Now lower your top arm down. Pivot your front foot to face forward. Your back foot's at 45 degrees. Bend your front knee and rest your right shoulder on your knee. Look at your back foot and take your hands and lift them up like flamingo wings. You can rest them on your lower back. For level 2, you're going to press your palms together, link your fingers and reach your arms up to the ceiling. For those who would like to try a stronger hip stretch, take your shoulder inside your knee.
Okay, lovely. And now we're going to bring the hands onto the lower back. Lift the torso up, step the back foot next to the front foot in our chair pose and sweep the arms forward, raised up. That's it, beautiful. We're going to breathe in, lift up to the ceiling, breathe out, hands to chest. Deep breath in and out. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, sun salute, and breathe out, forward fold, and we're going to step back onto our knees and lower ourselves onto our front. All right, we're going to do a praying mantis. So we're going to place the chin on the floor and bring the arms by the sides, palms face up. Let the fronts of your shoulders rest on the floor. Now draw up your navel, just lift it up, and then lift your right leg up. Squeeze your buttocks, keep your hip on the floor, lower it down. And lift your left leg up, squeeze the butt and lower it down. Let's do that one more time each side. Lift and lower. Last time, and lower. Now bend your right knee so the sole of the foot faces the ceiling. You will need to flex your foot so you're pushing through the heel. Now lift your left leg up. If you can't lift it up very high, just lift it up to what height you can manage. If you can, lift it high enough to place on the sole of the foot. You just need to put the foot on the shin. Otherwise you can slide your heel just below your knee or above your knee for a bigger stretch in the back. So you're getting a back arch here. So just moderate the back arch to what you can manage. All right, so now we're going to lift the arms up off the floor, palms towards the ceiling. If you're very balanced, lift your shoulders off the floor also. Keep nice and strong in your praying mantis position. Breathe down to the belly. And then lower your arms down. Lift your leg off your foot, lower it down, and place your right leg back on the floor. Now let's try this on the other side. So bend the left knee, flexing into the foot. Lift your tummy up, navel to spine, then lift the other leg up to the position you chose last time. So you want to work evenly in your body. All right, so when you're ready, lift your hands up, your arms up, keep the shoulders touching the floor. If you're ready, lift your shoulders up and balance. That's it, beautiful. Let's pause here for a few breaths. Remember to breathe down to your belly. Lower the arms down, lift the leg up, float it down. Bring your hands under your chest, breathe in, high cobra. And then we're going to go back, cross the ankles, take a seat and bring your legs forward. Otherwise, just come into a seated position any way you can. Let's take the hands behind the knees and lift up nice and tall, shoulders are down. Breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy, chin to chest, walk the hands down the backs of the legs. Now remember, draw your shoulders downwards and inwards. Now you can press your elbows in the mat to do that. And flatten the back down. Tuck the chin towards the chest just a little, so it's a little head nod. Left hand on heart center, right hand on belly. Now you can have your feet in as wide as your knees dropped in. Perhaps you'd even like to go into a butterfly pose. So let's just spend a few moments focusing on our breath. I want you to notice how your breath is now and how you feel. Are you feeling a little bit more relaxed? Are your thoughts calmer? Is your breath right down to your belly easily? Let your neck and shoulders relax. Let your inner thighs relax.
And when you're ready, extend your legs, ready for relaxation. Hands can stay on the chest and the belly. Otherwise, arms by sides, keeping those shoulder blades drawn downwards and inwards at the bottom. So generally, palms up will help us to do that. Let your feet drop outwards and just let them roll around a bit so the inner thighs are relaxed and the hips softened. Breathe into the belly, stretch the belly out. And as you breathe out, let the navel just sink down towards the spine. Relax into the back of the neck and the shoulders. Let the upper body soften down. Soften the face and the cheeks and the eyes. Soften into the belly and the legs, right down to the feet and toes. Now you can stay and relax. Turn off the video and relax for 5, 10 or 20 minutes. And then turn the video back on and join me to finish. Otherwise, finish with me now. Moving your fingers and toes and bringing your breath down to your belly. Walk your feet up to the end position, roll to your side, and let's spend a few moments just taking a few breaths here. Then lift up into a seated position, resting hands on knees or in the lap. Shoulders are down, chest lifted, and just drop the chin slightly, just checking your body for any tension or tightness, making sure it's nice and soft and the mind is calm and peaceful. Lower your hands towards the floor, breathe in, bring the arms above the head in prayer, and breathe out, bring the hands down to the heart center, shoulders soft. Now just take 3 deep breaths to energize our body. So breathe into the belly, bring your breath to your rib cage, into shoulders, into back, and breathe out. And again, breathing into your belly, into rib cage, shoulders and back, and breathe out. And take 1 more deep breath in and out, just at your own pace. And have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you banished your stress today. Please press like if you enjoyed the video today and make a comment. Subscribe to my channel and get further updates. Please join me again.